All right, let's move on, buddy, to HPE. This was another really interesting print.
Yeah, it was. They're down 15% today. Getting hammered out there. They had a slight beat on the revenue side. They missed on EPS, but I think the biggest thing is they were below expectations on the next quarter and for the year, not only on revenue but also on non-GAAP EPS. And I think this just demonstrates kind of the lumpiness of this AI market here. There was a lot of discussion, either cited or non-cited on the Blackwell transition, right? It was an issue, right? And that's driving not only some revenue challenges, but also some profitability and inventory challenges out there. And if I stand back and kind of look at kind of how they did, order growth, double digits across multiple segments. GreenLake, 41,000 customers, $2 billion in subscription. So a lot of positives here that I don't think made it out here, but I think a lot of what we're seeing with HPE is a combination of expectations management, but also the challenges of working in this this AI economy.
Yeah, you handing me the mic?
I'm handing you the mic, bestie.
Thanks, buddy. This is another one that's just super guidance driven. I mean, they beat on revenue. They barely missed on the bottom. I mean, barely like a penny. I get it. A miss is a miss is a miss. But it was very, very close. They had great growth of server orders, up 29%. Again, people want that to be like 275% right now. This is kind of is AI booming or is AI booming? Like kind of thing that everybody's got going on. But they saw their AI systems orders doubled. I mean, they got 8.3 billion of AI systems on order. But the stock dropped 20%. And look, again, it wasn't even a whisper number. This was just a straight guide miss. And right now, you can't miss the guide. Literally, you cannot miss the guide. Nobody cares, unfortunately, right now, what you've done. They want to know what you're going to do next. They basically came out and said, we're not going to hit revenue. We're going to miss by somewhere between 2 and 700 million next quarter. We're not going to hit the EPS for either the full year or the quarter. They were very sort of uncertain about tariffs. And we talked a lot about this week, and we're going to talk more about it in a minute. But, the unknowing, the non-certainty of kind of where they can manufacture is creating some consternation. And it will. It's going to be friction for a while. The 2,500 job cuts, actually, I think the market will like that. As much as they don't like a lot of things right now, the market likes efficiency. This has been a turnaround key. I don't know if I would have actually announced it at earnings. I might have waited a minute, let the sell-off happen, and then come back and then announce it because people seem to like this. They shouldn't. It's not a good thing. We don't want it. But at the same time, like if the company can be more efficient, raise its margins, get closer to its EPS through cost reductions, that's part of the role a company has to play. I expect them to do that. The sell-through of the servers and inventory was a bit of a challenge. And of course, seeing Supermicro not capitulate, apparently getting through their little audit and then staying listed, I think there was a big opportunity had something gone the other way for Supermicro. I think amazingly, because like I said, I fall on my sword. Like, I don't understand why a big 5 accounting firm would have fired them if there was nothing going on. But there's a lot of gray matter here. There's not a lot of regulation and ability to regulate. And I tend to believe the accountants and lawyers of these big corporates are smarter than the accountants and lawyers at the SEC. So, I think that, there's a lot of ways you can kind of move things around to get things done. Pat, in the end, it's going to be, maybe the reset here, bring it down a bit, beat next quarter and get back to growth. During this AI growth period, though, if you're a company that's selling AI solutions, AI systems. Oh, and one other thing, by the way, great ARR growth. They've surpassed $2.1 billion of ARR, 45% growth. GreenLake is working. like the ability to deliver as a service some of these AI solutions might be one of the biggest and most compelling differentiators that HPE is going to have.